Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital sees Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud, back, and there are some huge shockers coming now that Kelly Thiebaud is back to GH in the role that fans either love or love to hate. We're going to talk about where she's been the last 2 years, and some stunning aspects of her return that may shock viewers, other people in Port Charles, all that. General Hospital, Britt Westbourne's alive. So, despite everybody thinking Britt has been dead since the hook killer attack on January 4th, 2023, we now know Kelly Thiebaud is definitely back as Britt Westbourne. Not only that, there's no amnesia or anything like that. She's got her memories. She isn't a clone. She isn't a doppelganger. All that's cool, except at the time of Britt's death, the Huntington's disease she was had inherited from her dad was plaguing her. That didn't kill her. As you know, if you were watching them, it was Heather Weber's, Allie Mills' poison hook that took her life. Back then, we were all expecting to see Britt die, of course, because of the Huntingtons. And nobody was expecting her to turn up alive again. So, let's dig into how this even happened and the big shockers coming. General Hospital, Britt's Huntington's diagnosis. The first big shocker has to do with Britt Westbourne and her fatal Huntington's disease, getting stabbed by the hook and poisoned by it. Those are relatively easy injuries to treat in the soap opera realm. You sew up the stab wound. Heather Weber gave Britt, and General Hospital had the antivenom for the poison. But the Huntington's Britt has is a whole other matter entirely. It's an awful disease. It has this terrible progression that leads to inevitable death. It's incurable, and she inherited it from her dad, awful Caesar Faison, Anders Hove. So, because this is a real illness, the ABC soap better be treading carefully. And for that reason, I assume that injection we saw Britt Westbourne giving herself is something that is keeping her Huntington's disease at bay. That drug may be easing the symptoms that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, saw her having before her death. Or the medication may be slowing or delaying the progression of the illness to give more time. You know, I just hope this Kelly Thiebaud return doesn't have the writers getting wonky with a real-life illness and upsets fans who maybe have a loved one that's suffering from Huntington's, which is a terrible disease. So that's the big shocker, her coming back with the Huntington's when realistically she should be in much worse shape right now based on her symptoms the last time we saw her with Jason Morgan. General Hospital, huge Britt shock coming. Next, let's talk about how shocked people in Port Charles are going to be to find out Britt is alive. As far as we can see, Liesl Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti, has no idea Britt is alive. She was sloppy on schnapps when Jason was talking to her, and it seems like she would have spilled a little something if she knew Britt was alive, but she didn't. And Britt hasn't contacted Liesl. Britt also hasn't reached out to her former flame Jason, which is understandable since he, went back to Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright. Even more stunning, though, is that Britt Westbourne hasn't, as far as we know, reached out to her bestie Brad Cooper, Perry Shin. Why wouldn't Britt let any of her loved ones know she survived? I get that she might have been taken away somewhere to heal, but then why not call at least Liesl or Brad? I mean, was presumed dead around that, right around that time. So that I get right? But Brad and Liesl though, why didn't she call them? General Hospital, Jason determined to find Britt. So, at the moment, Jason is increasingly suspicious that Britt may have somehow survived, but she's got no idea Jason spotted her at the airport. And now Jason's on the hunt. He's not going to stop until he gets answers about Britt. I do suspect that Jason finds her soon. And both Britt and Jason will be shocked to be face to face once again. He's going to keep digging. He may head to the Five Poppies Resort in Croatia where Britt is staying. In the end, It could be that she didn't let Liesl or Brad know she was alive because they had already grieved her death, an easier death. You know, since Britt still seems to have the Huntingtons, she may prefer that her best friend and her mom not see her slow decline into Huntingtons, and just a worse and lingering death. Liesl and Brad might prefer the idea that Britt Westbourne had a quick death, with less pain, with less fear. She died in her mom's arm. She went fast. So, I do think everybody's going to be shocked to find out she is alive. General Hospital. Britt rejects Jason? Another stunner to consider with Britt's return is that she may tell Jason to go away, and not tell anybody that he found her. Now, we all know Britt really liked Jason, but at the same time, she knew there was no future because she was dying. Clearly, he's still into Britt. He's not going to go away very easily. But I still think that she's going to try and run Jason off, because she thinks she's got no future. Britt doesn't want to hurt anyone like her mom or Brad, anybody, by getting their hopes up, seeing that she's alive, and then knowing there's a very real possibility that she's going to die anyway. However, I doubt that Jason is going to let Britt push him away. Although she hasn't been laying around daydreaming about Jason, at least not yet, I bet that Britt still has feelings for him. And we know Jason still has feelings for Britt Westbourne. He was very upset when he found out that she died. So, I am excited for their reunion, but I think Jason may be stunned when Britt tries to send him away while also telling him, "You can't tell my mom, Liesl, I'm alive. You can't tell Brad. You can't tell anybody." Jason probably won't let her push him away. And I think he will press her to at least tell her mom, Liesl, that she is alive. General Hospital. Britt's possible Dalton connection. Another shocker I think is coming about Britt's return could tie into this big boss that she's working for that we haven't seen. We know the mystery boss has ties to Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard, and to Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota. But I wonder if Britt is being forced to work for this boss, and she's not there willingly. There's some influence over her. Maybe whoever is conspiring with Dalton and Sidwell is keeping Britt under control by dosing out that experimental Huntington's medication just a little at a time, so she can't go very far away or for very long, or she'll run out, and then we'll go downhill. Could also be that the big boss is Britt working for them by making threats against her loved ones, like Liesl or Brad, or like her nephew little James West, Gary James Fuller. So, we may find out that Britt is not in Croatia voluntarily even though she was free to fly out and fly back. If there's leverage, they can control her from any distance. General Hospital. Huge return rumor. So the fifth shocker that may be coming relates back to her mom, Liesl, and her family. We're wondering if the reason Britt is working for these sketchy people is because of somebody else, who has also been long presumed dead on General Hospital. There is a rumor going around that Ryan Pavey may be coming back to GH as Nathan West, the brother of Britt. General Hospital fans would love to have Nathan back. People were crushed when he was murdered in 2018. If you were watching, then you will remember Faison was Nathan's father. Liesl was his mom. Nathan wasn't raised with his sister Britt because Liesl had her awful sister Madeline Reeves, Donna Mills, raising Nathan to protect him from Faison. So Nathan grew up as cousins when they're really siblings. He wound up in Port Charles and was targeted by his crazy half-brother Henrik Faison, aka Peter August, Wes Ramsey. Faison was Peter's dad, and Anna Devanes, Finola Hughes, evil twin sister Alex Merrick, also Finola Hughes, was Peter's mom. General Hospital. Nathan returns? Then Faison shot and killed Nathan, which of course was terrible. Britt was devastated to lose him. So was Liesl Albrecht. Later, Britt and Nathan's half-brother, Peter, was killed by Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner. Anna could have saved him, but she let him die because he was terrible. And now there's this rumor we might get Nathan back. I mean, honestly, Britt coming back from the dead after being stabbed, poisoned, and having Huntington's is, much less likely than Nathan West just coming back from being shot. So we'll see. So far, no confirmation. The Ryan Patey thing is just a rumor, but it might be part of Britt's comeback shockers. We'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what surprises we have rolling out now that Britt is back to GH.